Hey everyone, welcome back to Drive Protected. My name is Eric. Today's episode, we're coming to you from Clear Detailing in Windsor, Colorado, and we have the Out of Spec Tesla Model S Plaid that I just finished wrapping in our Defense Plus matte satin black paint protection film. And in this video, I just want to take a couple minutes. I'm going to walk around, talk about something I've wanted to talk about on the channel for quite some time, but I've never had the right vehicle to kind of do it. And that is, I'm going to go around talking about a post paint protection film installation inspection. Now, I find a lot of paint protection film installers and install shops, they'll throw the film on the vehicle, take a heat gun to it for a very little bit, send it out the door. That's not any kind of like proper insurance for the customer. So in this video, I just spent 33 hours over the last 3 days wrapping this thing. And I'm going to talk about some things that you as a paint protection film installer should always be doing when you're doing your post-install inspection. So I'm standing right over here, right by the mirror. Let's start with the mirrors. Very, very common place for mirrors to peel is right over here. This is on a Tesla, so every mirror is going to be a little bit different depending on the vehicle. You want to make sure all these edges are down. Do your mirrors at the beginning or close to the beginning of your paint protection film install. Mirrors, they take so much time for them to kind of, the film to kind of like settle into place or potentially pull back. And if you do your mirrors early on in the install, if they pull back, by the time you will have plenty of time to actually fix it. Coming over here to all these areas where we wrapped in between these, between the fender and the A-pillar, you want to make sure that all these edges are down. So what I often do is I'll take a squeegee and a microfiber towel, I'll wrap it around there, and I'll have the microfiber towel a little bit damp, and I'll just go around in these edges and I'll put a lot of pressure on and glide them and glide through there. And that's going to tell me whether or not that film is down and properly sealed off and not going to lift. Just banking on the fact that you think it's good, that's not enough. Come over here to the back corner of the hood. We did complete coverage on this one. One thing I ended up doing was I popped the hood open and I actually took a little butane torch and I torched the edges. That's one thing that you can do as an installer to make sure that your film is never going to lift up. I wouldn't be torching edges on big panels like the front fender, anywhere around the camera, places like that. You only want to torch on the underside of a panel, like the hood or the rear hatch or even in the wheel wells, stuff like that. One thing I like to do as well too, when I'm doing my post-install inspection, I like to come around, just put my hand behind the bumper and just run it back and forth and feel for the film to make sure that the film is properly down. These areas, they end up getting hammered with rocks and debris and all that type of stuff. And if you live in a northern climate where you get a lot of snow, come springtime, people get really aggressive pressure washing their vehicles. And I've seen it so many times where people, they want to get really aggressive cleaning out their wheel wells, and they get too close to the film, they end up peeling the film back. Coming around here, you've got all these areas where you have the sensors. One thing I like to do as well too, multiple times, is I'll go around just my finger and I'll put a ton of pressure on it. And I'll just go around there to make sure everything's good. If we come down over here on the front bumper, we have a seam right over here. Anytime you've got seams and butt joints like that, same thing. Put a lot of pressure on there just to make sure that everything is down and nothing is peeling. Working our way around the vehicle, we'll come over here to the front doors. Front doors, what I ended up doing here is, because these are so hard to wrap, I used a little bit of edge prep and put some along the front edge of the door, and then I started my PPF install with the paint protection film about 1/8 of an inch past the front of the door, and then I was able to wrap that. Now, before this vehicle goes out the door, what I want to do, same thing I did on the front bumper, just run your finger along this edge to feel for everything to make sure that it's down. Super boring, but very valuable information that cannot be overlooked if you're in this industry, if you're a shop owner, if you're a paint protection film installer. Doing these types of inspections is how you ensure that work does not come back through your doors for replacements. If we come over here, We'll open the doors. We had a wrapped edge on the rear door. Same thing we want to do, just run our finger along there to make sure that nothing is lifting up. The bottom edge of the door as well too. These edges, I'm not going to get down on my knees. I've already been on my knees long enough wrapping this thing. But you want to make sure that those edges are down. Wheel wells, same thing as at the front there. Just running your hand along there, using a lot of pressure, make sure that there's nothing there. In fact, I actually found 2 little bubbles, so I'm gonna have to get a needle and pop those. Glad I did that. This is why you do this. Rear hatch. Now, this rear hatch, we did it all in one piece, and we wrapped the film in behind this seal over here. So do your best that you can with your hand. If you can't get your hand in there, get a squeegee in there. Just make sure that that film is down. One thing, just to kind of end this video off, as I've been very repetitive so far, is when you're doing this size of a job, let's say the customer said, you tell the customer, okay, it's gonna take me 4 days to wrap the vehicle. Ask to keep the vehicle for 5 days. I have found with personal experience that paint protection film, once you're done installing it, it's got about 24 to 48 hours for any kind of issues to pop up, fingers to pull back, edges to lift up, that type of thing. And if you have the chance, and if it's a nice, warm, sunny day outside, put the vehicle in the sun. That's gonna kind of help bake the film. It's gonna help gas everything out, and it's gonna show any type of thing, moisture bubbles, fingers, that type of stuff. It's going to bring that to the forefront, and it's going to allow you to fix those issues before the customer comes to pick it up. Because if a customer can come pick the vehicle up, take it, drive it, enjoy it, and never have to come back for repair work, it's just going to make you look so much better as a shop owner or a PPF installer. So very short video, quick walk around talking about a PPF installation inspection. Like I mentioned in the intro, it's something I've always wanted to do. And thank you guys a lot for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more paint protection film content.